that recording? Yes. All right. What's up, beautiful people? Here's what's up. Here's tomorrow's moves. And again, hopefully I catch you guys live and we do these together at 1800 tomorrow. But for those of you that have to do this in the morning and can't do this as a group, we are going to start with some light stuff. So we're going to start with some real basic sun salutation looking movement. We'll let you guys free flow this. Just pedal pushing the heels, working our breath into it, stretching, all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to start out with that, and you guys can play around with that however you want. But here's the movements we're going to get down with. Movement one, we're going to work that lateral ape. So we'll be at the bottom of a squat. We're going to put our hands off to the side, and we're not going to jump our feet from one side of our hands to the other. We're going to float, right? So the object here is for me to be able to have complete control through the movement and really be able to slow myself down before hitting the ground on the other side so I can be quiet and smooth in the movement. Boom. And now I can go the other way. In between each movement, I'm at the bottom of a squat. All the weight is in my heels. And as I move through the movement, I'm also loading weight, right? So as I'm here, I'm really loading myself in this direction and then finding myself on the other side. So this will be movement one, that lateral ape. Movement two is going to be a forward ape. It's going to be a forward version of that movement. Coming to the bottom of a squat. Obviously, you guys might have more room in your location. I'm trying to be confined to being inside this field of view over here. And now I'm just trying to bring my feet to my hands as under control, as gently, as quietly as possible. That's going to look like this. Again, as I come forward, I load the weight forward and I'm floating my feet to my hands. And I can take that movement and I can make it a little bigger as I get more comfortable with the movement. So that'll be the forward ape. Our third movement is going to be centipede. So similar to an inchworm, we're going to walk our hands out, but instead of walking out to a plank or a forward lean rest position, we're going to keep walking out till we reach this hollow position, keeping everything engaged. We're going to walk out as far as we have range of motion in our shoulders. We're also going to walk out as far as we can without compromising the lumbar, right? So if I'm here, I'm in a good position. If I'm dipping at the hip, I'm no longer in a safe position. So that would look like this. I'm still in a good position. Everything is engaged. I can come down to nose and toes. And now I can bring it in. Slowly at the bottom, or I guess at the top of this position, my feet and my hands are both on the floor. I can pedal push a little bit. Get a little hamstring opener over here. And now I'll go in the other direction. Come to a good position. Walk it out. Keeping everything engaged. I'll flip my hat around so I can get a little lower this time. Boom, face on the floor, everything engaged. And I walk it up. And I get a little hamstring love. Oh yeah. Boom. All right. That's movement three. Movement four, we go from a bear, we're gonna flip over into a crab, and we'll do that back and forth. Every time I do that flip over, I'm gonna alternate sides, right? So I'm not creating inequality on one side of that movement. So if I'm here, I start this movement by imagining like a cat-cow position in yoga. Stacked, wrist below shoulder, stacked, knee below hip. I tuck my toes under, lifting my knees just 1 inch off the ground. I start making these little micro movements, keeping everything engaged. Keeping everything tight. I get to the end position. I open up my leg. My arm comes up. Boom. I opened up into a crab. I will crab back. I will flip back over. And now I'm going to bear crawl again. This time I'm going to flip over in the opposite direction. So now my left leg opens up. Spin over. I'm in that crab position. And that is our last movement. So we're going to be going through these movements. It's not necessarily like a time prescribed thing, just breath-based movement. We'll probably spend about 5 minutes on each movement. So we're going to spend about 20 minutes working those 4 movements, okay? We're going to kick off a little yoga flow-ish stuff. We'll play some good music. Hopefully it doesn't get pulled off of YouTube. And that's about it. I'll catch you guys live, 1800.